What's up, everyone? Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Conversations with the Bard in Real Time. Today, I got another special guest for you guys. I'm just going to keep it coming and coming and coming. I'm excited to be sitting down with John. He is an aspiring chef. He actually just graduated this week and he got his associate's degree in food production management. Super proud to be sitting down with him. Can't wait to hear his story. Our goal, once again, to inspire you, to inspire others through our stories. And thank you for coming to sit down to have a conversation with the Bard. I am your host. What's up, John?
Not much. Having a good day, you know. I think we're gonna have a good time. Gonna try and answer the questions to the best of my ability. So yeah,
It's dope. I think you'll be just fine, which I think. So the first question is usually where you're from, but I'm gonna ask you this just really quickly, and this is just off the fly. How does it feel to be a free man? You finally out of school, got your degree.
well, I won't be a free man for long. They're looking for me. I'm gonna go back for business management.
Sound like you just got out of jail, brother.
I did.
Nah, but what's
School's
up?
definitely jailed
You
me.
said they looking for you?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go back for business management to another college, but I don't know where yet. So
Dope.
I'm still looking around.
Dope. This man got goals. That's what's up. So while we're introducing and getting to know, tell the people where you're from.
Well, my family is from North New Jersey, but I was born out here. I was born right here in the Bear. Yeah, I was born right here in the Bear. Growing up out here was it was an experience. I don't know. I don't know if I would say it was good or bad. But I don't want to say it was just bad or just good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just an experience. I think it was just my life. I didn't have a lot of time in North New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember having any memories from there. So everything I know is from here.
Okay. So we got another Newark OG in the building. Shout out to Reese. Appreciate you for coming down and sitting down, having a conversation with me. So, how old were you? Do you remember how old you were when your family moved out here to Wilkes-Barre?
So I was born here, so it was definitely right before I was born.
Oh, okay, you were born out here.
Yeah.
Okay. You said your family's from Newark.
My family's from.
You were born and raised out here. All right, my fault. Okay.
So it was definitely before I was born. I could be wrong, but it was like a year before I was born when we came out here.
Okay.
Definitely.
Any good memories out here you could say, like growing up?
Any good memories?
Yeah.
I don't think I had the best childhood, but I think for what it was, I enjoyed myself. I grew up on Curie Ave in Wilkes-Barre, so running up and down those streets all day, getting into shenanigans, messing with people, with my friends. That was basically my childhood.
What kind of games I used to play?
We would just like run out. We just play tag around the whole neighborhood and run after each other.
I think everybody
We would
grew
play
up playing
football.
tag.
We would play football in the fields next door.
Mm-hmm.
We just did a bunch of everything. We used to find old bikes and just fix them up, and then we just ride them around.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
We did everything.
That's pretty dope.
We used to go into these people's backyard and just mess around. We used to throw rocks at the dumpster just to make a sound, so they would come outside and yell at us to leave. But yeah, we just get into things.
So you another creative. And I say that because that's what, so a lot of the guests that I had on the show, we talked about growing up and playing tag and doing we'll say little dumb shit now. But at the time it wasn't dumb shit to us. Like throwing rocks at the garbage can just to hear the sound. That's creative shit. These kids nowadays, they just sitting in the house playing on the games. Not saying that's not something that we did, but we did creative things. We didn't just sit in the house and talk on the phone. Like we went outside and we did little dumb shit. Like we used to growing up, and I'm quite sure you can relate to this. We used to go to different people's houses, knock on their doors, and run. Did you do that?
That wasn't really one of the things that we did.
Oh, okay.
We did like.
So that was just my time.
Yeah, that was probably just you.
That was my time.
we didn't think nothing to nobody. We just like messing with people. Like when it was snowing outside, we would just throw snow at the windows or throw snow at the door until they came outside and yelled at us.
Did y'all used to throw like balloons full of water down on people's heads?
No,
like
we didn't.
Fill it up with piss.
We threw at each other, but definitely not.
Alright.
Definitely not at nobody else. Like
Okay.
the pranks that we did on other people, it was like it wasn't nothing that would like really harm them. You know what I'm saying? It was just like goofy shit, like harmless shit.
Okay.
You know, like,
nobody got hurt?
like that. No, nobody got hurt, nothing like that. Except for us, because we was fucking around.
So my next question is, what is your best family moment? So, like something that you and your family have done since you were a kid, and something that you still do today. Like, what is like your best family moment, if you have one?
So this is something we don't do anymore because of certain reasons, but we don't do this anymore. But what we used to do is this is something that all families used to do, but this was my favorite family memory. It was just regular Sunday morning. We would all get up. Dad was already downstairs cooking breakfast. We'd come downstairs, sit down, watch Tom and Jerry, watch wacky races, and then food would be ready. We all sat around the table, and we had a nice meal together. And that was like the only time we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Every Sunday, like clockwork. But we don't do that anymore, especially since I'm not really home much anymore. And my dad's not really around too much.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my favorite family memory was just sitting down and eating breakfast with them every Sunday morning.
It's interesting that you say it's something that a lot of people don't do anymore, and it's true. I think if I had a family moment, like a best family moment that I could think of is sitting around a dinner table, having conversation, bonding, and different things like that. That is something that we don't do anymore. So thank you, John, for bringing that to front and center. This is why I had this show and put this show together. Conversations with the Bard, conversations that need to be had, conversations that should still be had. You know what I mean? And conversations that people don't have anymore. Important conversations, sitting down and just talking. That is something that people don't do anymore. So this is the whole vision around conversations with the Bard. My next question, it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. What was or what is your first love? Well, what was your first love? Something as a kid or something now, like
the first thing I've ever loved, or
yeah. So it could, like I said, it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. Like it could be. So if you think about it, like something like a hobby or something that's inspired you to be who you are today. Like
I would have to say my dad. My dad was a very, very, very influential and huge part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And in some ways still is. He definitely raised me to be the person I am today, for better and for worse.
Mm-hmm.
But I credit everything that I am and everything that I stood for, everything that I do. I definitely credit it to him.
That's dope. That's dope. So I'll go right into. So I talked about you wanting to be an inspiring chef. You just got your associate degree in food production management. When did you know that you wanted to be a chef?
So I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I would say that I kind of fell into it.
Mm-hmm.
I got real tired of people asking me what I want to do, and I said I don't know, and then they'd be like, "Oh, you gotta do this, or you should do this, or you should do that." I got real tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just picked one thing to tell them so they would shut up about it, and that was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I'm gonna be so honest. That's really how I started cooking.
That's a real answer. So go ahead. That's a real answer. I appreciate that.
So but then as I started to cook and as I started to grow in my love, my fascination for it, I realized that I did enjoy cooking and I did enjoy feeding people. That's really what I love doing. Seeing the smile on people's faces when they eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my dad lived for. My dad lived for those times where he saw his family sitting down together and eating and smiling together. And I wanted to be just like that. So that's really why I started cooking.
I feel like, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, that's going back to one of your best family moments. Like, you talked about sitting down and eating and having conversation and stuff, and it's crazy how you were just like, everybody kept asking me what I wanted to do, which is something that I fell into. I feel like it was something that was a part of you and you didn't even know it.
That's definitely.
So now you might, and I'm not going to say might, I'm going to put it out there into the universe. You going to be opening up your own restaurants, and you're going to have families coming in from across the world coming down, sitting in your restaurant, eating and having conversations. Something that you like since you was a kid, didn't even know, and now you're becoming a chef, and then you gonna have your family coming there, and y'all gonna reunite like that and have conversations, have a good meal, and different things like that.
That's definitely
that is super dope.
That's the end goal.
That's super dope. I have a quick snap of a finger question for you, and then we're gonna go right into what I like to say, the meat and potatoes. Android or iPhone?
Android.
Yeah.
Very, very Android. I don't like iPhones.
You ever had one?
I did have one, hated it, and then even now I hear from my friends about they have an Apple been taking money from them and all that good noise. I'm like, Android never took no money from me. They ain't do that. I'm gonna keep my Android. So yeah, I definitely Android all the way.
So we just came up with that popular. That's going to be our new quick snap of the finger question last night, because I always talk about how I was an Android user, and I stopped being an Android user after my phone crashed and it got rid of all my writing. Like, you just don't touch mama's writing. So and he's right. I never had to pay for storage. I didn't have to pay to download music. I didn't have to pay to have an email. But after they violated me, I became an iPhone user. And plus my girl, she was an iPhone user, so I had to convert. I mean, I didn't have to, but I did. And then now I'm an iPhone user, and I hate it. So, yeah.
Technically, I got both. I got an iPhone that my friend gave me, and I also got my Android. But I use my Android primarily, definitely. But yeah, ever since I can remember, it's been Android. I've had an Apple, Amazon Fire tablet when I was little. I got a Galaxy Tab right now. Definitely Android all the way.
All right. What was something that happened in your life that changed your view of the world? It could be something good or bad.
I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I did something in high school that I to this day, very deeply regret.
Mm-hmm.
And that really changed the way how I see people, how I see myself, how I see the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but
you want to do it?
It really did change me, and it really made me take a very deep look at myself, and I was very lost for a long time about it. And I wouldn't say that I'm found now, but I'm definitely not where I was. But
Okay.
I think I've learned from it a lot, and I think I've become a better person because of it.
Okay. You seem like a good person. I met John. I've seen him from time to time. And today is my first time actually sitting down having a conversation with him. I mean, we've texted prior up to this conversation about, you know, what we were going to plan for this episode and different things like that. And he seems like a very well-mannered, good guy. He's a good egg, my mom would say. And I'm glad that I'm sitting here having a conversation with him. So I wanted to say that your story is inspiring me. I feel like everyone has a story, even if they think they don't, to share with others. And yeah, so with that being said, would you like to tell the good people what we are about to literally bring to the table for them today?
So Martin the Bar has very definitely forced my hand into making something for you guys. Just to show off a little bit of some skill that I may have. So, we're gonna show you. She's gonna be a sous chef. She's gonna help me out, and we're just gonna make something simple. We're gonna make some pasta and some cheesy bread to go with it. Nothing fancy. Some comfort food. It's not gonna be some Salt Bay type. None of that. Just something real nice. Something to have on a nice, quiet Saturday like today. That's about it.
And from the bottom of my heart, if you feel forced, I'm sorry. That wasn't the goal.
No.
I really just wanted you to, share your. I wanted you to share you with the world, and I feel like there's other aspiring chefs out there, or like people your age that can really like gain from your story. And I just think that would. Everybody, there's different backgrounds that I'm bringing to this show, and I thought it would be dope to have a cooking show. So we're gonna get ready for that. I'm super excited. Yeah, we'll be back with you in sometime soon.
Peace out. We're gonna go get ready. You're gonna prep a little bit.
You